I know your team, this has been a 24/7 job for this package that was presented today. The head of the commission, she said at this stage, Vladimir Putin is fighting Ukraine, but he's also waging war on the European energy market. In your view, with this package, can you win this war?
We will prevail, and this package helps us to do so. But this is actually the ongoing preparation for the next winter that started already in February. So we have diversified our gas supplies, we have secured sufficient levels of underground gas storage, and we have made an agreement with national governments that we will cut our overall gas consumption. And we have done all so that we will be ready when Russia will cut all their supplies.
And of course, the imports have gone down majorly from 40% to 9%. But I wonder, Commissioner, with this package, there's a lot of experts who say the Europeans may get it right, but it needs to stay a whole unit. Everything that you presented has to be agreed. It cannot be watered down. Are you confident that in 2 weeks' time, this package will make it? It will not be lowballed?
Well, the design of this package is extraordinary. So this is an emergency intervention package, temporary package, but we use like special article in our treaty, and that means that member states will be able to find agreement very fast. I truly hope, and I saw a willingness among our ministers that they will support the measures that we propose today, and that actually helps them to support their consumers and also to avoid situations where we will have blackouts or need for curtailment.
But here's a question the market wants to know. September 30th, that's when energy ministers will meet. Are we going to get a deal there? This is 2 weeks. It's fast for European standards. We'll get it.
Well, in the middle of the summer, we managed to find agreement on cutting gas consumption, and it took us only 5 days. So ministers have shown already their willingness to react really fast.
So that's a yes. In 2 weeks' time, this will be ready in your view?
I truly believe that there is a broad support, and that is what we need right now to show that Putin is not successful to divide us.
And you know, this package, when you look at it, it is extraordinary because it does seem like this is a war economy. It's demand destruction, it's a windfall tax. You say solidarity contribution. I mean, you can call it whatever you want to call it. But I wonder, is there something in the package that for you as the Energy Commissioner is a red line that really has to be in this? Demand destruction, does it have to be in it?
I think that this is a very wise approach to target peak price hours for our electricity consumption, because there are some hours in the day when consumption is really high and it is difficult to meet by supply, and these are the hours when gas-fired power plants are coming to the market. So this is a wise proposal, and I truly believe that auctioning schemes can help us to level this volatility.
And what about the percentage, though? There's a lot of member states, you know, that say, I don't want to put a number on this. Are you confident you need a percentage that's mandatory to make this happen?
There will be binding target for electricity peak hours, and they have to cut their 5%.
And that will be what?
5% of the peak hour consumption.
That has to be in the package.
That has to be there.
And I have to ask you about European companies. They have to play ball because you're not going to go to houses and check whether people turn down their heatings. Are you already in conversations with European industries? You guys have to help us this time around. It's not the tax, but also bring down demand. Are you already dealing with the big companies? What's the feedback that you have?
This is a work that has been on our radar already for some time, and we do have companies who are addressing exactly this demand response, and this is a way forward. So, of course, each and every of us can also help us.
And the windfall tax too. You think they'll play ball here? They'll pay that contribution. Are you confident they will?
Well, they have to, because this is something that we will implement very fast, and these are European rules. But this is a profit over 120%, and we will target this excess profit only at the level of 1/3. So,
and I talk to a lot of people who say, look, I'm sympathetic to the Ukrainians. What's happening, it's unbelievable. It really is truly heartbreaking. But these bills, I just cannot do it. Did you feel that perhaps by trying to move too fast, you could see social pushback, social unrest? Is that something that we could get? We've seen it before with the yellow vest. Do you fear that scenario come winter?
I think that it is very important that governments will continue with their support schemes, direct direct subsidies to the households, that like they did last winter. And there are rules for that. Now they will have extra revenues to cover those costs.
And we're not going to see trouble in the streets of Europe.
Well,
there
always might be a attempt to create rallies against governments. This is also the interest of Russian government to create this kind of division in our societies. But I think that it is very important to send a clear message. We take care of our households and business, but at the same time, we are not going to give any discount to Russia. Sanctions are here to stay. We will stay by Ukraine as long as it takes.
As long as it takes, no matter the cost. For you, the message is clear. And sanctions are not going to be removed.
Yes.
They won't, no matter the cost, in your view.
I am confident that everybody understands this age where we were able to use cheap Russian fossil fuels are over because the cost was not so cheap. Well, Ukrainians are paying with their lives for that cost right now.
And that's your message to Vladimir Putin. This war, Ukraine's going to win it, and so will Europe, essentially.
Absolutely, and we are doing our best. This was an important milestone today, but now ministers can support this plan, and that will help households all across Europe.
Across Europe, and the package you're confident will get done at the end of the month, and you're going to see the Russian revenue come down with a price cap, potentially.
This has already gone down. Our sanctions are working. The revenues for state budget are decreasing.
And that's certainly your message for the market. Are you confident that they will understand this, that the market will say they have a plan, the prices will come down?
Well, market sees what we have done. Underground gas storage full, demand down, and supply routes diversified.